The Vanishing Train. It was a cold, misty evening on March 12, 2024, when Train 546 prepared to depart from York Station. The air was thick with excitement and anticipation, as the train, part of a newly inaugurated high-speed rail line, promised to revolutionize travel between York and Edinburgh. Passengers bustled on board, business professionals with laptops, university students heading home, and families excited for a short holiday. At precisely 10:15 p.m., the train pulled out of the station, its headlights cutting through the fog. The journey was meant to last only 3 hours. The passengers settled in, unaware of the terror that awaited them. Into the darkness. For the first hour, everything went smoothly. The train glided effortlessly through the countryside, its passengers lulled by the rhythmic hum of the wheels. A few passengers exchanged smiles, while others lost themselves in books or stared out at the darkened fields. At 11 p.m., the train approached the infamous Blackmoor Tunnels, a series of old, long and winding tunnels cutting through dense forests. As the train entered the tunnels, a strange tension filled the air. The lights flickered briefly, a small hiccup that went unnoticed by most. But one passenger, a woman named Claire, glanced nervously at her reflection in the window. She swore she saw a shadow move behind her, though the seat was empty. By 11:32 p.m., something inexplicable happened. The train's GPS signal abruptly vanished. Dispatchers at the control center tried to contact the crew, but their radios emitted only static. The train was gone, swallowed whole by the tunnels. The search begins. When Train 546 failed to arrive in Edinburgh, alarms were raised. Search teams were dispatched immediately. Helicopters scanned the tracks from above, while rescue teams combed the forests and tunnels. Yet, they found no trace of the train. Blackmoor Tunnels became the focal point of the investigation. Rescue workers ventured inside, expecting to find signs of derailment or damage. Instead, they were met with chilling silence. The tracks were pristine, with no evidence that a train had ever passed through. On the walls of the tunnel, strange markings were discovered, scrawled in what appeared to be ash. "Don't follow the light, the shadow watches." The writing baffled investigators. Who had written it? And why? Whispers in the forest. As days turned into weeks, locals near the tunnels began reporting strange occurrences. A farmer claimed to have seen glowing orbs of light hovering over the forest on the night of the train's disappearance. Another witness, a truck driver, swore he heard the faint sound of screeching brakes, followed by an eerie silence. The most unsettling account came from a group of hikers camping near the tunnels. They described hearing distant voices, faint cries for help that seemed to echo through the trees. When they tried to follow the sounds, they found themselves disoriented, walking in circles until dawn, a ghostly encounter. Nearly a month after the disappearance, a freight train passing through Blackmoor Tunnels reported an unexplainable sighting. The driver, an experienced man known for his calm demeanor, claimed he saw a glowing train on a parallel track. Its windows shimmered with an unearthly light, and shadowy figures sat motionless inside. "It looked like Train 546, he later recounted, his voice trembling. But it wasn't. Right, the faces in the windows, they weren't human. Before he could get a clearer look, the train disappeared, fading into the darkness. This account sent shockwaves through the media. Paranormal enthusiasts flocked to the area, convinced the train had entered a ghostly realm. The pocket watch. The investigation took another eerie turn in June 2024, when a search team found an artifact deep within Blackmoor Tunnels. It was a pocket watch belonging to one of the missing passengers. What made the discovery unsettling was that the watch was still ticking, only backward. Engraved on the back was a message that hadn't been there before. "The time is not ours. Beware the shadow." Scientists examined the watch but couldn't explain its condition. It became a symbol of the mystery, a haunting reminder of the lives lost to the darkness, theories and speculations. The disappearance of Train 546 became one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of modern times. Theories ranged from plausible to fantastical. Some believed the train had fallen into a sinkhole or a hidden cavern beneath the tunnels. Others speculated it had been pulled into a parallel dimension or caught in a time loop. Paranormal investigators claimed the forest surrounding Blackmoor Tunnels was cursed. Legends of the area spoke of shadowy entities that lured travelers to their doom, feeding off their fear and despair. A haunting legacy. Blackmoor Tunnels were permanently sealed off later that year, deemed too dangerous for further exploration. But the mystery of Train 546 continued to haunt the public consciousness. Every March 12th, on the anniversary of the disappearance, people gathered near the tunnels, hoping to glimpse the ghostly train or hear the whispers of its passengers. To this day, the fate of Train 546 and its passengers remains unknown. Some say they're trapped in another world, their cries for help echoing faintly through the tunnels. Others believe they've become part of the shadow, forever watching, waiting for the next unsuspecting travelers to follow the light.